There's a whole lot of Scream 6 stuff going around, and I'm going to talk about a little bit of it.
Groovy.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Can't Kill Dill, lover of all things morbid, macabre, and horrific. If you are too, then fantastic! Let's be friends. I want to start this off by saying, take everything I say with a giant fucking chunk of pink Himalayan salt, because none of this is official, and the account I'm talking about, if you don't already know, Viewer Anon, is a anonymous source on Twitter who claims to have sources close to Scream 6 or the production, and has gotten things right in the past. So let's talk a little bit about that. Viewer Anon tweets, "Full disclosure, about a week ago I was contacted by someone who claimed to have an in-depth plot synopsis of Scream 6. This was an untested source whose info, while detailed, did not match things I had heard previously, whereas my info did not match Clips's." When he says Clips, he's referring to another account that was claiming to have sources close to production. There was a whole thing with like a trailer that was going to supposedly release, and that did not happen, so Clips Comprehend was proven to be false. He goes on to say, "Honestly, because I had vouched for it, I wanted Clips' info to be correct. It would mean my sources going back to Scream 5 were still solid, but there was no way to know for sure who was telling the truth. Through another source, I was lucky enough to view a rough version of Scream 6's trailer, and the footage matched the new source's description down to Kirby's role in Gale's phone dialogue with the killer. You know you're like the 10th person to do this, right?" Allegedly, that's a Gale line to Ghostface over the phone. If that's true, I'm pretty excited, because holy fucking shit, this will be the first time in the franchise's history that Gale has actually had a conversation with Ghostface over the phone. It would have happened in Scream 2 had Randy not snatched it up, and Randy, we know how that happened, what happened with that, so good times. But there was a kicker. While previous sources swore the title was Scream ! Which, God, I still hope it's not that it matters that much, but Jesus Christ. The news source had been adamant it was in fact Scream 6 with Roman numerals, and the title card on the trailer I viewed, Scream 6 with Roman numerals. That's something I could kind of buy, I guess. I mean, if the title's not Scream ! Then I'll be pretty happy. Scream 6, I mean, shit, that's great. I'm with Roman numerals too. Back in the day when they announced Scream 4, I was hoping that it was going to be Scream 4 in Roman numerals, and then like the whole trilogy, Scream 5 and 6, would have followed suit. So yeah, I'm cool with that, especially because how you can make it work with the title card is just fine, because you can just put the V and the I within the M. So the dip down of the M, would be the V, and then the last line of the M would be the I. So that would totally work. He continues, "It's too much evidence to ignore. Clips is lying. My previous sources were either misled or actively trying to throw me off track, so I'm sorry for my part in spreading misinformation." Usually when things like this happen with these kind of, sketchy anonymous sources, generally they kind of just bounce out. I think Clips Comprehend did that. I think he just dipped. You son of a bitch. But, he's... you can kind of buy this story, I guess. It's believable. I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying it's believable. And then he capped that little stream of dialogue off with, "If you made it this far, Kirby is an FBI agent." So, awesome. When I first read this, not that I'm putting much into this being true, it could be, and that'd be awesome. When I first heard that, I was like, fuck, man. If they make Kirby an FBI agent, how fucking cringe would that be? But then I thought about it, and I think about where my life was back in 2011 when Scream 4 released, and it was a lot different. And Kirby would be about my age now. A lot changes. A lot changes in a decade or so, and I think it's believable if they, as long as they do the character justice, like, as long as Kirby still feels like Kirby. Granted, she's going to be different, she's going to be mature, because she was, Hayden Panettiere's Kirby was a high school student the last time we saw her in Scream 4, so this will be a different character regardless. It's going to be a different character. I would be down for her to be like the, Detective Mark Kincaid of this movie. Granted, being a detective, being an FBI agent is kind of more badass than being a detective, but that'd be fucking cool. So the more I kind of thought about this, the more I'm so on board for this. Fucking Kirby being an FBI agent, okay. I hope this isn't bullshit because that's kind of sick. It's a lot cooler than her just being famous for being a survivor of the Woodsboro massacre, you know, from 2010. It's a lot cooler than her some fucking janky ass storyline like she's a fucking film professor at the college at Blackmore University or something. God, please no, don't do that. Like the FBI thing, I can get down with that. That's cool as fuck. So I was considering making a video there, and then, you know, I didn't because life gets in the way and I had shit to do, some priorities. And then I'm kind of glad I didn't, though, because then he started talking about more shit. So, you know, he started tweeting again, this son of a bitch. I don't mean that. You're a nice guy. Wait. One last Scream 6 thing, then I'm done. Promise, I'm told a lot of character names on IMDb are wrong. Liana Liberato is Quinn, not Carly. Jack Champion is Ethan, not Evan. Henry Zerny is also a therapist, not a professor. We'll check on others. Oh, and I believe Tony Revolori's name is also Jason. That's cool. That's some details I haven't actually really looked into anyways, because I prefer to sort of kind of get to know the characters as I watch the movie. Maybe that's not the best way, but that's kind of generally how I do it. So I don't put much into what the characters' names are. I don't really give a shit. I don't care. And you think he'd be done there, but he's not. There's more. I still feel bad, so here's one more Scream 6 thing. The trailer will confirm the killer, at least some of the time, wears an older, more worn version of the Ghostface mask. The best comparison I could think of is Michael's mask at Halloween 2018, though it's not that far gone. And here's where you kind of start to lose me. The idea of Ghostface rocking like a fucking tattered old mask is kind of silly to me, and maybe not everybody feels that way. It worked for Michael Myers multiple times. It has worked for Michael Myers. Ghostface is one of those things, I mean, at that point, I'm just going to be picturing like the zombie mask that released during like the Scream 4 era, which is a cool mask. And, you know, would have been cool to see that mask or the Scarecrow mask like in the films, not worn by the killer, but perhaps at like the Stabathon party, stuff like that. As for the killer wearing a worn, dirty old Ghostface mask, that's an interesting choice if that were to be true. I mean, he says the trailer will confirm. So we're going to know if You Were Anon's just a big bag of full of shit pretty soon, I think, because that trailer's gotta be around the fucking corner. As to what purpose that could be, I mean, fuck, are we going further into the past, more connections to the past? Because what other reason would there to wear a fucked up tattered mask other than it to belong to one of the last killers? And then how the fuck do you get your hands on that? I mean, that doesn't matter. That detail is irrelevant at the moment. But what could that fucking mean? This is one of those rumors where it kind of it makes it a little tough. It's harder for me to buy this one than it is for Kirby to be an FBI agent. I don't know why, but I'm just like, fuck, really? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying it can't be done well. I'm sure it can. Time will tell if this is total baloney or if it's true. We'll see. And again, he posts another Scream 6 post. A few people have DM'd me a deleted Reddit post alleging to spoil Scream 6 and asking if it's real. It's a tough one to answer because some of it is correct, but chunks of it are not. I don't want to get into specifics, but as an example, the post is wrong about who lives or dies. I don't know what fucking post he's talking about. I don't really venture into the Reddit realm, and for good reason, usually. So if any of you know what he's talking about, good, you do, great. Please don't fucking post any of those spoilers in the comments. I will fucking block you and delete the comment anyway, so don't do it. It's stupid. But if you have read it, then you know what he's talking about. I have not, so I don't fucking know. But apparently parts are true. Weird. We'll see. It reminds me of that leaked Halloween End synopsis from this summer, which was right in places, but then claimed shit like Corey surviving gunshot wounds and disappearing into the night. Like someone has the legit info and is trying to fill in the rest. It is interesting. But my favorite has got to be this little tease that he posted as well. A little tease of Scream 6's opening scene. So I'm guessing that someone's going to get totally fucked up looking for a date on Tinder, I guess. I guess they fucking swipe right on Ghostface. I would. No, but in all seriousness, that's fucking cool. That's, that'll be like a fun way. I mean, I know as a 30-year-old guy, I know maybe too many people that you know, use apps like Tinder and shit. I mean, no judging, whatever, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, that's fine. That's such a thing in the culture right now, and so that's a fun little, dude, for sure. For sure, Ghostface on Tinder, that's a fucking great idea. Let's do it. Please. It's like, actually kind of reminds me of that opening scene in Scream 4 with the whole Channing Tatum thing. Super funny. If this comes to fruition, I'm on board for that. That'll be great. So, I mean, that's a lot to fucking kind of soak in. And again, like I said, please fucking, this is all just hearsay, basically. You know, take it with a giant fucking grain of salt. Nothing's confirmed. But I really can't wait to see a fucking teaser trailer or something. I want to start seeing if any of the shit this guy is saying kind of lines up. Definitely interested. The mask thing, Kirby being an FBI agent. There's a lot of interesting things here. And I am so excited for this movie. Tell me what you guys think. Do you buy any of the shit that is being said by viewer Anon? If not, I totally understand. But leave your thoughts down below. We can fucking talk about it. Are you excited about Scream 6? Because I fucking am. If you want to hear my thoughts on this kind of shit, if you want to stay up to date, stab the like button, /subscribe, and gut that bell notification, and we can be friends. Later.